Konnichiwa, Ian des. Let's learn some English. So today we're looking at different types of jobs.
Occupations and jobs.
Or
職業と仕事、職業と仕事。
so what is your job? We're going to find out. There's many jobs you can have, so you might not be on the list, but try and tell me. The first type of job is salaryman, but we would call it an office worker or a businessman, but in Japan it's a salaryman. So you go to an office, you wear your suit and tie, and you do your work. In jobs like that, you're the worker and there's someone above you, not your senpai, your manager or your boss. So I guess this man is the boss and these are all his salarymen, his workers. So the manager tells you what to do. He says, please do this, please do that, and then you go and do it for him. Let's look at some other jobs. So you might be an athlete or a sports star, like this runner. You might be a baseball player, a football player, anyone who plays sports. This lady, her job is an athlete. Or maybe you're a singer, like Sue Metal here. Her job is to sing. Or maybe your job is dancer, where you get paid to dance about, like Sue Metal. Or maybe you're an author, which can also be called a writer. So if you do a lot of writing, or, well, it's typing. Maybe you write books, or websites, or a newspaper. You could be a writer. I'm sure you all know this writer. She wrote Harry Potter. Her job was to write the story. So the jobs I've talked about there are what we'd call famous people. So there's a famous actor, there's a famous politician, there's the Queen, she's famous. Her job is to be the Queen. But everyone knows who she is, she's famous. So an athlete, a singer, a dancer, an author, they're all going to be famous. Like that. Famous. Do you know anyone famous? Who's the most famous person in Japan? For me it's Sue Metal. Now, my job is teacher, sensei. I don't have a blackboard or chalkboard. I've got my white screen. But I am teacher. And you are the student. So you listen to me, the teacher, you, the student. Although students don't get paid, so is it a job? It's a sort of. Next we have a taxi driver. It's a London taxi, New York taxi, taxi driver. You get paid to drive around. Another driving job is a lorry driver, or the Americans might say truck driver. So this man is a lorry driver, truck driver. You could just call him a driver. He's paid to drive around. You might also be an artist, where you're paid to paint. You could call this a painter, but it's usually an artist because they're making art If you're just painting a wall, one colour, you're a painter. Whereas this girl here is an artist. You might also be a farmer. So these men are farmers. They're growing potatoes. I think these are rice farmers. So they're farmers. They make the food. You can also be a doctor. Doctors make sure you're healthy. And who works with a doctor? Nurse. So you got your doctor and you got your nurse to help. And both of those work at a hospital. So the doctor and nurse are at the hospital. Hopefully you don't have to go there. But sometimes you do. You might also have to go to the dentist. Get your teeth looked at. So a dentist is a tooth doctor. I think the kanji for dentist is that, isn't it? Let's look. That's the kanji for tooth. And that's doctor. Teeth. Doctor. Teeth doctor. Or in English, dentist. And maybe you've been a waiter before. Lots of young people get paid to be a waiter, where you bring the food. And if you're a man, you're a waiter. If you're a lady, you're a waitress. I wouldn't worry about that, but there's a different word if you're a man or a lady. Waiter, waitress. And you might also be a chef. Chef, which is someone who cooks the food in the restaurant. Sometimes you might be called a cook. It's written here. Are you a cook or a chef? There probably is a difference, but it's the same thing. Or maybe you're a police officer, or a policeman, or a policewoman. Police officer. So hopefully you never meet any of them, because it probably means something bad has happened, or you're bad. There you go, this man is being arrested. Off to jail. You could also be a soldier, work for the army. So they've got their uniforms, got their guns, and they're going to go to war, fight. So there's a Japanese soldier, American soldier. Every country has a soldier. Or maybe you're a scientist. You work in a laboratory doing science experiments, research, trying to find cures to disease or vaccines. Got your microscope so you can look at things. Some scientists are doctors. Not every doctor is a scientist. Or is it the other way around? Not every scientist is a doctor. I don't know. But some scientists do medical stuff, and others do other science things. So that was some jobs, some occupations. Was your job on the list? Mine was. And I know you're a student, but tell me what job you have, what job you would like. Maybe you'd like to be a famous athlete, go to the Olympics for Japan. Tell me. Anyway, as always, go to the website. There's more lessons, more videos, more worksheets, more vocabulary, more English. So please go there. And any questions, let me know. Arigato. Jamate.